Welcome back to Movies Explained. Today's film is a crime action from 2014 titled RoboCop. It's the year 2028, and OmniCorp has been supplying advanced drones to militaries all over the world. These drones are equipped with scanners that can instantly determine if someone is a threat or not, helping maintain security around the globe. A TV host named Novak believes these robots should also replace the police in American cities. However, many people don't trust machines, and the government opposes the idea of law enforcement lacking human empathy. To support his argument, Novak invites a military leader to his show to explain the intricacies of the drone operations. Additionally, he sends a reporter to the Middle East to showcase the robots' live actions on TV. The reporter moves around the town, capturing footage that demonstrates how the robots only target individuals who pose a threat. However, the local residents are unhappy about their towns being dominated by robots. As a result, a group of rebels covertly moves through the area with heavy weapons and launches a full-scale attack on the robots. A violent battle erupts on the streets, with the robots on the ground causing destruction to buildings, while the flying drones shoot at any attackers they detect. Amidst the chaos, the area becomes a war zone, and the robots detect a frightened young boy holding a knife, only seeking to protect himself. Unfortunately, the scanner considers the knife a threat, leading the robot to fatally harm the boy. Despite this tragic incident, Novak remains steadfast in his belief and tells his viewers that the robot's actions were justified as part of maintaining city safety. Meanwhile, at the police station, Detective Alex talks to his boss, demanding an explanation regarding the incident that his colleagues have accused him of. Alex proceeds to recount the entire story. The previous night, he and his best friend engaged in an undercover operation, meeting with criminals. Through deception, they managed to coax a dealer into revealing illegal weapons, promptly apprehending him. However, when Alex later checked the evidence locker, he discovered that the weapons they had confiscated were missing. There was no paperwork indicating their removal, suggesting that a corrupt officer had taken them. Following this, Alex and his partner continue their undercover work and meet with the leader of a gang at a restaurant. Their meeting is interrupted when the leader receives a phone call alerting him to Alex's true identity as a police officer. The gang leader quickly flees the establishment and dispatches his men to eliminate the cops, sparking a chaotic gunfight throughout the area. Despite their best efforts, Alex and his partner find themselves vastly outnumbered. Seizing an opportunity, they attempt to escape through a back alley. While Alex manages to reach safety unharmed, his best friend is tragically shot during the process. Upon hearing Alex's account, his boss chastises him for venturing out without backup and assures him that she will take charge of investigating the corrupt officer. In the meantime, Sellers, the CEO of OmniCorp, works to convince the government in Washington of the advantages of robot police. However, the senators once again reject his proposal. Meanwhile, at OmniCorp's headquarters, Sellers holds a meeting with his team to brainstorm ideas on how they can garner public acceptance for robots on the streets. Considering the senators' concerns about the robots' lack of empathy, Sellers concludes that they must merge a human with a machine. At a specialized clinic, Dr. Norton aids his latest patient in adapting to his new robotic hands. Norton specializes in developing prosthetics that respond to the wearer's emotions, requiring the patient to concentrate on his mechanical hands to play the guitar proficiently. Their practice session is interrupted by Sellers, who engages Norton in a private conversation and persuades him to create a human-machine hybrid. Norton joins forces with Sellers' team to explore their options, but they discover that retired police officers, who would be suitable candidates, have suffered deep emotional trauma over time, rendering them unfit to return to active duty. As a result, they must seek a case involving someone with a fresh perspective. Elsewhere, in order to derail the investigation, Alex's colleagues reveal their corrupt nature and alert the gang leader that the police department is pursuing him. Later, while Alex visits his injured best friend in the hospital, a criminal places a bomb beneath his car. In the evening, Alex returns home to spend time with his wife Clara and their son David. Just as they are about to relax, Alex hears the car alarm going off and rushes outside to investigate. Suddenly, the car explodes, causing severe injuries to Alex. Upon learning of the incident, OmniCorp reaches out to Clara and offers a solution. They propose giving Alex a brand new mechanical body, ensuring his survival. Clara is unsure but is confronted with vivid descriptions of Alex's injuries, emphasizing that time is running out if she doesn't make a decision soon. Reluctantly, Clara agrees to the offer. 3 months pass, and a seemingly happy Alex is seen dancing with Clara at a house party. However, the image begins to deteriorate as it is revealed that Alex's new body is mostly mechanical. He is gradually losing his memories as his brain adjusts to the new form. When Alex is finally awakened, he feels confused and upset. Norton, one of the scientists, reminds him of what happened and assists him in taking his first steps. However, Alex finds his new body uncomfortable, and upon hearing the word amputee, he becomes agitated and demands the suit be removed. In his distress, Alex pushes Norton away and flees from the building, resisting anyone who tries to stop him. Alex's running speed is astonishing, and effortlessly, he leaps over the building's surrounding wall. However, Norton decides to remotely deactivate him to regain control. Moments later, Alex awakens back at the lab, where Norton removes some of the main components of the robotic body to demonstrate that he is now predominantly mechanical, with only a few organic parts remaining. Alex realizes there is no escaping his new reality. Norton explains that the procedure was the only way to save him, but Alex believes that death would be preferable to living as a machine and requests that Norton pull the plug. However, Norton changes his mind by revealing that Clara specifically requested the procedure and that their family is eagerly awaiting Alex's return. He encourages Alex to do this for Clara's sake. To reassure Alex, Norton allows him to make a video call to Clara, revealing only his face for now. Clara expresses that she still finds him handsome and eagerly anticipates their reunion. With Clara's support and acceptance, Alex agrees to cooperate. He spends the night at the lab, where his new body undergoes necessary maintenance. The following day, Alex undergoes training with Rick, the military officer responsible for managing OmniCorp's robotic armies in the field. Despite considering it unnecessary, Rick provides Alex with weapons that can be stored in special compartments in his legs. During a simulation, Alex and a robot partner are tasked with eliminating criminals and rescuing civilians. As everyone swiftly carries out their tasks, Rick's prediction proves accurate. Alex is slower than the machines due to the time he takes to process his emotions before taking action. Later that evening, Alex uses a computer to monitor updates on a gang leader's case. The next day, Sellers, disappointed with the simulation results, angrily instructs Norton to address the issue. He also believes Alex should have a more appealing appearance for marketing purposes and requests an improved tactical suit. At the lab, the doctor modifies Alex's brain to give him the illusion of free will, while the machine secretly controls his actions. Alex receives a complete makeover, and his armor now appears sleek and black. They take Alex to an abandoned building for another test, facing Rick and an army of robots alone. Utilizing his visor to survey the area and with exceptional reflexes, Alex quickly assesses the situation and engages, shooting down each robot without hesitation. He skillfully seeks cover when under fire, avoiding harm. One by one, all the robots are defeated, leaving only Rick standing. Alex aims at Rick's mechanical armor and emerges as the victor. Unaware that the machine is making decisions for him, Alex's reaction times are flawless, making the experiment a success. Some time later, Norton accompanies Alex home, where he finally reunites with his family. Alex feels nervous but gains courage as Clara embraces him without hesitation. Although David initially feels cautious, he becomes content after touching the cool mechanical parts and expresses his happiness, mentioning that he has recorded some games to watch together. Unfortunately, Alex cannot stay long as he needs to spend the night at the lab for maintenance. Upon returning to the base, Alex meets his recovered best friend and promises to apprehend those who harmed him. A few days pass, and Sellers is excited to introduce Alex to the public in a major event. Norton begins transferring all the files on crimes and criminals dating back to 2011. Alex also gains access to every security camera in the city. The overwhelming amount of information becomes too much for Alex's human brain to handle. When he watches the recording of the car explosion, he experiences a seizure and loses consciousness. Norton believes they should postpone the press conference, but the OmniCorp team insists on fixing the problem immediately. With no other option, Norton dismisses everyone except his assistant and proceeds to suppress Alex's emotions, transforming him into a cold and robotic figure. This enables them to complete the database download smoothly. During the presentation, Alex focuses solely on his duty, disregarding his wife and friends. He perceives faces as either criminals or civilians, losing the connection to his loved ones. Once on stage, his scanner identifies a criminal among the crowd, standing just 2 steps away from the police. Alex swiftly dives into the crowd, apprehending the criminal without harming anyone. This act earns admiration from the public. Novak seizes the opportunity to argue that robots are superior, pointing out the police's failure to notice the nearby criminal. However, Clara is deeply upset because they prevent her and David from interacting with Alex, depriving him of a normal life. Norton assures her that it is a temporary side effect of the medication and that Alex will recover soon. The following day, Alex returns to duty at the station and declares his intent to apprehend 13 criminals. Disregarding his friend's concerns, he rides a bike and uses the database and camera access to locate a group of drug dealers. While most of the group escapes, Alex manages to subdue one dealer and coerces him into revealing the location of their base. Within moments, Alex arrives at their location, entering the building on his bike. He fearlessly shoots at the criminals, unaffected by their bullets. Even when they attempt to attack him from behind, Alex's scanning abilities detect them, allowing him to swiftly neutralize them. The people at OmniCorp are pleased with the results, and Sellers grants Rick full access to monitor Alex as a precautionary measure. As the days go by, Alex becomes a citywide hero, actively combating crime at every turn. Novak seizes the opportunity to showcase Alex's achievements on his show, bringing Sellers along to demonstrate that public opinion is changing. When the senator tries to voice his opposition, he is swiftly silenced. In the meantime, corrupt police officers meet with the gang leader to devise a plan to eliminate Alex, who has been causing them significant trouble. Later on, Clara takes a risk by running through traffic to approach Alex and implores him to show some emotion. She emphasizes the importance of him being there for their son, who suffers from night terrors and desperately needs his father's support. At first, Alex appears unaffected, but as he drives away, he starts to approach the situation as the robotic cop he has become. He searches for security footage and discovers that David witnessed the car explosion, which traumatized him. Learning this deeply upsets Alex, and his human emotions begin to resurface. He is furious that his family has suffered because of him, and he is determined to make things right. Lab personnel notice this change in Alex's behavior through his tracker and contemplate shutting him down. However, Norton insists on observing the situation since Alex is technically still solving a crime, even if it happens to be his own. Alex returns home and, using information from surveillance cameras, reconstructs the events of the attack. He witnesses the moment his wife and son were affected by the explosion. Armed with limited clues, he tracks down an associate of the gang leader, forcibly dragging him out of the car and inflicting injury to extract information. Alex receives the phone number of the leader's driver. By triangulating the signal from the last call, Alex identifies the precise location of the gang's headquarters. He confronts a group of criminals prepared with night vision goggles and heavy weaponry. Alex breaks in on his bike, activating his thermal vision and initiating a fierce gunfight. No matter how many criminals he faces or how many bullets are fired at him, Alex fearlessly eliminates anyone in his path. However, this time he sustains some injuries during the encounter. After restoring power, Alex collects fingerprints from the weapons, ultimately exposing the corrupt cops. He rushes to the police station to interrogate the men and incriminate them by broadcasting footage on all the computers. When one of the dirty cops tries to attack him, Alex defends himself by shooting him. Out of fear, another officer confesses that their boss orchestrated everything before Alex shoots him as well. Alex then confronts his boss, attempting to make her confess. However, at that moment, Rick deactivates him. Rick contacts Sellers to inform him of the situation, and soon Novak highlights the incident on his show, using it as evidence that machines are superior to humans because they cannot be corrupted. The following day, the government begins voting in favor of deploying robots in local police forces. However, Clara interrupts the transmission by going to the news station, revealing that she has been denied contact with her husband and that no one from OmniCorp has responded to her calls. Sellers becomes concerned that Clara's involvement may revive Alex's humanity, jeopardizing their control and undermining their agenda. To prevent their experiments from being seen as failures, Sellers decides to eliminate Alex, framing his death as that of a tragic hero, fondly remembered by the public. Sellers contacts Norton, ordering him to carry out the task. Despite Norton's initial refusal, Sellers persuades him by offering to finance his laboratory for 10 years. Norton agrees on the condition that Alex's family is also compensated. Afterward, Sellers instructs Rick to prepare the robots, while the news falsely reports that Alex has already died. Sellers meets Clara and David, leading them to believe that Alex is no longer alive. At the lab, Norton arrives to find soldiers demanding access to Alex. He manages to escape as they open fire. Norton reaches Alex first and activates a button to trick Sellers into thinking he is dead. However, Alex has awoken because Norton has removed his transmitter, making him immune to being shut down. After swiftly eliminating the soldiers, Norton informs Alex about the entire plan. Alex decides to kill Sellers, disregarding Norton's attempts to stop him. He takes to the streets on his bike, catching Rick's attention. Rick alerts Sellers, who is about to announce Alex's death. Sellers, Clara and David are apprehended by Sellers' guards and taken to the rooftop to await a rescue helicopter. Meanwhile, Norton goes to the police station to seek assistance from Alex's best friend. Together, they form a plan. Alex arrives at OmniCorp headquarters, finding the building surrounded by Rick's robots and numerous guards. He swiftly incapacitates a guard, prompting the others to surrender. Breaking into the building on his bike, Alex engages in a fierce gunfight with the robots. Unlike ordinary criminals, the robots are better armed and armored, posing a significant challenge for Alex. He sustains heavy gunfire and is thrown aside when attempting to disable one of the robots. However, a police truck crashes into the building. Alex's best friend positions himself in front of them. The robots cease firing, as they are programmed to prioritize the safety of law enforcement. This allows Alex to escape through a back corridor, deeper into the building. In the heart of the building, Alex confronts Rick, attempting to shoot him. However, the system classifies Rick as non-threatening, preventing Alex from harming him. Rick fires on Alex, preparing to deliver a fatal blow. Before he can act, Alex's best friend intervenes and kills Rick. However, in the exchange, Rick manages to shoot him back. Alex rushes to his friend's side, relieved to find the wound is non-fatal, and they await medical assistance. Subsequently, Alex proceeds to the rooftop, where the helicopter spots him. However, instead of rescuing them, it departs without picking them up. Sellers feels secure because he is registered as non-threatening for Alex, but when he sees Alex resisting his program, he threatens to harm Clara and David. But Alex's love for his family enables him to override his programming. He shoots Sellers, who returns fire hitting Alex. Alex falls to the ground, and his family rushes to his side. He reassures them that he is okay. Some time later, Norton returns Alex to his original prototype body and informs him that he is now allowed to spend time with his family. News reporters announce that the government has cancelled the use of robots on the streets, and the law approving their deployment. Norton agrees to testify and admit his wrongdoing. Novak, enraged, passionately asserts on camera that the United States remains the greatest country in the world. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more videos.